I'm Daz, and this week's discussion is about mystery schools and their occultic influence on today's world. We'll get into it after a message from our sponsor.
Friends, the time to prepare for bad times is during good times. If you know a big storm is coming, you prepare in advance. Same goes for our nation's future. Things seem calm right now, so it's the perfect time to prepare for the next big crisis. That's why we recommend stocking up on emergency food from My Patriot Supply. They're America's #1 preparedness company with millions of happy, well-prepared customers. Their food lasts for up to 25 years in storage. It's an insurance policy you can eat when you need it. It will be there. And right now, you can save $50 on a 4-week emergency food kit. This kit provides breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks, totaling over 2,000 calories a day. Every family member should have one of these. So go to preparewithdaz.com and save $50 on your 4-week food kit.
There are currently 7 ancient mystery schools still in existence. These 7 are located in North America, England, Romania, Australia, Japan, Tibet, and Africa. 6 of these schools are closed to the public. The Modern Mystery School is the only school open to the public. It is the only school to publicly advertise and promote the initiatory path into the Great Brotherhood and Sisterhood of Light. The MMS currently has centers located throughout Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Brazil, Japan, South Africa, the Caribbean, the Philippines, and is constantly growing throughout the world. What is a mystery school? By definition, a mystery school is a body of initiates who have dedicated themselves to preserving, protecting, perpetuating the mystery teachings. Throughout the ages, the mystery schools have hidden in plain sight. They have built noble temples all over the world and provided services both to the public and behind closed doors for only those who have eyes to see, those who have ears to hear. The initiates are those who are known as guardians, the protectors, the light bearers, the teachers, the healers, the record keepers, the magicians, and watchers, among many other names. How do you know a mystery school is real? There are many mystery-style organizations who share Gnostic and esoteric teachings with its students. While some of these organizations may have validity in their teachings, however, what is important in determining legitimacy for a mystery school is their lineage. The lineage of the modern mystery school dates back to the times of King Solomon and has more than 3,500 years of history and lineage. While the mystery school tradition is much older than that, the lineage of the modern mystery school and its teachings can be verified and traced back to the teachings of King Solomon himself. Lineage, by definition, means a lineal descent from ancestry of pedigree. The modern mystery school derivation is from ancient tradition of sharing knowledge from teachers to student, affirmed by the holy process of initiation. The direct transfer of information in the fashion has preserved the virtue and honor of the mystery school tradition, which has held the secrets of God and the universe and keys to true spiritual power since the beginning of time. This wisdom and power is available to anyone who seeks it and is willing to honor its sacred nature by walking the path of initiation. Initiation, in combination with the unbroken lineage, empowers the initiate to engage in the great world. And the interesting thing about it is, a lot of mystery schools take from pieces of the Bible. As you know, it's more New Age and occultic knowledge. But one thing I do want to point out after I go over the ideas is a connection to King Solomon and Solomon's role in the Bible in modern occultism. So some ideals that mystery schools teach are referred to as wisdom, enlightenment, and esoteric teachings. They've been shared throughout many ages of humanity carefully, extortically to masses in parables, and esoterically to those who were ready to look deeper within their soul. Each lesson is a ritualistic experience. It is first introduced to the mind, then experienced to the heart, and eventually becomes part of the soul, carried forward from one lifetime to the next. It could be more accurately described to say that the teachings are absorbed within to gain new life rather than committed to rote memory. The goal of mystery schools is to present core concepts of universal wisdom. The teacher can be viewed as a gardener planting seeds of knowledge in the mind of the burgeoning student. The student then contemplates and cultivates these thoughts so that the seeds grow and yield fruit. This is referred to as turning knowledge into wisdom, moving from information gathering into action by applying what has been learned into daily life. As the student begins the process of knowing, gnosis, and awakening, each step leads further inward, gaining momentum along the way, leading into a rebirth of the soul, which alters the person on all levels. This experience is symbolized by the butterflies within, so without. It begins life in one form as a caterpillar and then engages in a transformative process, going within a cocoon and emerging as a beautiful butterfly. Students who wish to explore their inner selves begin the journey to discover who they are. Each person retains the information deep within their soul, where they hold the key and answers. The essence of the school is the inner temple created within the heart, mind, and soul, which then connects to the higher self on the spiritual planes. As each student endeavors to show the first lesson, they are presented with, who am I and why am I here? The esoteric teaching referred to as above, so below is contemplated. So I just want to stop there and say that I'm not someone who is promoting the New Age, but I did want to take the tenets of what's described by these mystery schools and it kind of connect it to some historical events in the Bible. The main one I'm sure you're very familiar with by now is Genesis 6:4, where it says, when human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw the daughters of humans were beautiful and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, my spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward. The sons of God went to the daughters of humans, and had children by them. They were heroes of old, men of renown. So we see there was some kind of intermixing between the sons of God, which were not human men, and the daughters of men, which are human women, and it produced some kind of hybrid offspring. The Book of Enoch kind of breaks this down further to explain that they brought certain teachings that we know today as modern science and as modern occultic ideals, as well as warfare and so on. And a lot of mystery schools, interestingly enough, call their initiates guardians or watchers. So it's an ode to the original teachers of the mystery school. And then the modern mystery school lineage holders are called the Third Order. I do believe that there are mystery schools that are not open to the public. I'm not talking about the 6 that they're hiding, but a lot of those who run the world believe in a lot of the teachings of the mystery schools. They have had influences on modern science. A lot of our scientists who founded a lot of the theories that were taught in school attended mystery schools or were very familiar with the mystery schools teachings. Philosophy, I know Plato went to a mystery school and he's the father of philosophy. A lot of modern religions have ties to mystery schools, as well as this influences politics and policies of today. I also want to go back to the reference of King Solomon, because King Solomon is an interesting figure. We look at King Solomon. One thing I want to point out really quick is that there is a tie to King Solomon and the mark of the beast number 666. And the scripture here is in 1 Kings 10:14. The weight of gold that Solomon received yearly was 666 talents. So that's not by mistake that was referenced. The reason why he received the 666 talents is because people kept bringing him gifts. Now remember, Solomon turned away from God at the end of his lifetime, and it doesn't really say Solomon ever turned back. He loved many women. He was a ladies' man, and he had many wives, and many of his wives were into these kinds of religions, this interfaith idea. And I believe when it talks about that number 666 in the book of Revelation, it's referring to the infidelity that Solomon had to his faith. In the Bible, when it talks about people fornicating with or committing adultery or being unfaithful, we're not talking here about interpersonal relationships. We're talking about the children of Israel, or even the church in the New Testament, choosing other gods or false doctrines over the truth. So therefore, Solomon, he took the mark of the beast in the sense that he sold out for that 666 talents of gold to turn Israel into a pagan nation. So in the last days, there will be interfaithism and there will be false religions and ideas. It doesn't have to necessarily be Satanism. It could be just this new blended idea. And people are going to take on that mark. There is some symbolism there I wanted to point out. And I know that Solomon is hailed in the occult world as one of the greatest magicians of all time, ironically, even though he was a Hebrew king. So let me know what you think on it. Just sharing my opinion on this and wanted to inform you about mystery schools. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll talk to you in tomorrow night's live stream at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take care and God bless.